fire session. I promise you, over delivering today. Hello fam, what is up? We're back at it. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? Wakey, time to learn some stuff, time to make some moves. It is Monday. We're back at it like we never left for another fantastic week here at the Furlough community. And today we are talking all in on e-com. It is the first day of November, which means at the end of this month we have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, of course Thanksgiving. So let's give some thanks to everyone around us. And so I say thank you, Zane. I say thank you, Shaggy, Birdie, Kingsley, of course, Mitten, Zane, and all the fun people in between. I gotta say, I put some work in over the weekend on today's Mastermind lesson. We are going to be covering all the marketing channels you need for e-commerce. And we got a little spicy and did some good things towards the end just to wrap it up and really over deliver. So due to the valuable lesson that we have in store for you today, I'm going to actually hold off a little bit, talk to you guys, kick off the week, give you guys some updates, hopefully hear some updates from you guys, okay? And of course, bring in the one and only, none other than the legend, the man, the myth, the legend himself. There we go. Oh, wait for it. Did I just wait for it? He's here somewhere. I'm sorry. This is the one. There he is. There he is. Look at that smile. What's up, you handsome man? How you doing, Kingsley?
Doing great, man. It's Monday. It's a nice day out. Top of the morning. Gotta get this rolling.
Absolutely. And there we go. What's up, Eric? I see you here. We got some fun stuff in store for you today. We had a great newsletter that went out that Kingsley is actually gonna just. Kingsley, you want to jump right into it? I think by the time we finished out, we could jump right into this lesson. How's that sound?
I bet. So let's go over this newsletter real quick.
All right, guys. Newsletter time. Let's cover it.
Great, let's do it. So to start it off, first things first, we just received.
I gotta bring you in. Where are? There. Let me just cover this side. Let me bring this. Sorry, guys. I gotta bring Kingsley in here. Everyone wants to be the beautiful man, Kingsley himself. All right. You know what I realized? I clicked the wrong one. There we go. This is already formatted. Beautiful stuff. We did have some multiple guests on Friday. Forgot about this as well. So we'll go ahead and block these, and then we'll jump right into this week's newsletter. In the meantime, guys, it is a fun week. I want to hear some goals. I want to know where your focus is, because where your focus goes, your energy flows. So don't hesitate to say what's up. Don't hesitate to chat. Don't hesitate to show some love to the one and only the King himself, and show some love to me too. After this, we're gonna jump right into the e-commerce session, and I cannot emphasize it. I'm so hyped. So let that anticipation build. So that being said, guys, this week's newsletter goes out every Monday. Recaps Furlough, recaps what we do, the community insights, community value, and also drops some gems. This week, Rawson unfortunately couldn't make it here today, dealing with some stuff. Of course, life happens in the way, but we wish her best, and she'll be back with us hopefully soon this week. But we have the co-man of this event, right? Kingsley, you have elevated your skills tremendously from reading your sections in this newsletter. So I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna stand back, and I'm gonna let you do what you do best. All right?
All right, bet. So yeah, let's get this ball rolling. All right, so first things first, we just wanted to highlight for the opening newsletter, we just wanted to highlight the growth in the community. We've received over 150 new members over the last week, and that's amazing. And shout out to Sajad and all the other boys who are like in the directories, it's working. What shows that it's working? The growth we're receiving shows that it's working. So yeah, we just gotta keep crushing it. All right, so in this week, we're going to talk about customers and we're going to talk about customer reviews. We're going to talk some SEO stuff, And then we're gonna talk about the fellow acquisition strategy, and last of all, some highlights in digital marketing that you should be aware of. So let's roll it down.
Hey, there you go. First up, let's talk ecom.
So yeah, first off, ecom. First thing I wanted to talk about is that customer reviews is like it's free marketing. Guys, you got to make sure that you ace your customer reviews. Like customer reviews is the best thing because like what's the best thing than you coming to a page looking for a product and you seeing your next door neighbor saying that this product is amazing. Boom, that's all that it is. So here we just wanted to make sure that like whatever product that you're out there selling, whatever product or service that you're out there selling, make sure that you're getting good reviews for your product. I make sure that I get good reviews for my business, so you should also make sure that you're getting good reviews. And I mean, if you're delivering a great product, the review should come automatically. And if you're getting reviews, make sure that you have those reviews up on your website so that other people see them, and that would encourage other buyers to also buy. So do what you got to do. If it's either Facebook reviews or like Instagram reviews or customer videos and stuff like that, just do what you got to do to make sure those reviews are up on your website or on your page for other customers to see it. So that was the first stop. The second stop, let's go down.
Let's show some love to the Reddit, right?
Yep.
I'll post this link right here in the chat. There we go. King of 2v2 in the NFT space. I see you, buddy. Glad you can make it out here. I'm going to post it as well in the... Okay, and real quick, Sajad. Wow. Sajad managed to go viral this morning, and I'll pull it out. Where's Sajad's conversation on Reddit? I mean, seriously, he made this wonderful post right here. You can see 9 ways to instantly generate content ideas. Got a little badge. Someone gifted him a badge and 100 upvotes, 21 comments. It's insane. This is awesome. So great job there. Sajad, one more time. Back to, look at Ophir in the chat. Beautiful having Ophir here as always. And well, we have some exciting things set up this week, specifically dealing with Ophir. So we'll make sure to save those updates for after our mastermind lesson. Back to you, King.
All right, bet. So we're picking it up in the world of SEO. So for you SEO folks out there, the good news is that now Microsoft is partnering with Yandex to actually release a new platform for in SEO, which is called Index Now, which is a way better and a faster way to index your pages for search engines. So you know how at first, for example, if somebody searches something, search engines have to actually go pull the stuff from your page or look for the stuff from your page. Now, instead, anytime that you upload anything, like anytime that you actually your website or your page goes live, it's already indexed into the search engine so that the search engine already knows what you want and it doesn't have to actually go pull the information. It sounds crazy right now, but pretty much all I'm trying to say is that now you're going to find results are going to come at a speed and fast pace. The rate of you getting the rate of your customers finding you or your audience finding the right product that you sell is going to increase because of Index Now. So in this newsletter I just highlighted a lot of benefits of Index Now, and hopefully all the search engines actually adopt it when it comes live, so that we can really drastically improve the speed of indexing on websites. So that's that for SEO. Let's move on to the spotlight. So spotlight, furloughs, winning clients, acquisition strategy. So so okay.
Well, look, I got that. Let me get this part. Ophir is really putting in together with the business development side of things, and me and him him and I were talking. That's proper English, not him and me, him and I. Him and I were talking, and what we want to do is, obviously we have the agency layer of furlough where we're able to service the clients, like this e-commerce store that we've been, that shout out to Kingsley, shout out to Rosslyn, shout out to Orange, shout out to Miguel. You guys have been doing such a great job, and that has really been floating a lot of the expenses. But what we want to do is actually bring in more deals, not for the furlough agency, but so that we can push them towards the community and all the leading authorities and people in this space. So the client acquisition strategy, which is the brand audit, by conducting audits on brands that we can service and we have the talent that can service, we can go ahead, audit them, bring them in, and then partner them up with someone in our community that can actually provide the services and fulfill the needs in which they have. So this is really what we're doing. This is what we've been talking about. Today is part 2 of this client acquisition strategy. And that is one of the things that Ophir is spearheading. And it's been great. I mean, it's solid movements. It's still early. Colin, shout out to Colin real quick. Saw us doing an audit. It looks spot on. So, give credit where credit is due. It's definitely excited for that. And then last but definitely not least, hit it with a roundup, King.
Yeah, so with a roundup. All right. So over here we have. So the first thing is first. There is this tool that you can use to kind of like get more. I'm so sorry. So there's this website called highfood.com, and it's just like it's a service. It's a tool that helps you grow your audience on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, you should definitely check that out.
You're looking for a tool. I love it.
I'm making this.
Wait, I just want to say, King. The reality is we don't need to cover every little detail about this, because if you guys want every little detail, go sign up to the newsletter. Links right there in the chat. And if you aren't signed up already, support your community. And if you want to join the team, of course, right? That's the way to do it.
Exactly. And you know where to find us. Fellow.com/weekly.
You bet.
You bet. Your inbox. Yeah. So we have a tool for Twitter. We have SEO. We have some growth ideas, and we have some mindset for you to be at your best state. And for this week, in Fellows Mastermind, Monday, we're going to be talking about e-commerce. That's what we're doing today. Tuesday, we're going to be talking about startups, and you can also join Ophir later if you have a startup, you can join Ophir later during the day to get a startup booster session. Wednesday, we're going to be talking about UX UI. Thursday, we have content marketing, and Friday, brand messaging. So that's it for this week. On Fellow Weekly. You know where to find us, fellow.com/weekly. Sign up and receive your newsletters delivered straight to your inbox. Thank you.
Somebody clip that. That was it. That was awesome. Shout out real quick. So Monday, must-have marketing channels for your e-commerce store. We're going to be covering that today. Tomorrow, marketing plan. Tomorrow is strategy day, so we're focusing on that. We're going to be leading up to a Fear session that you see in the chat Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, the Startup Booster session, which I am actually going to take his attention. I might not do it for the full hour, but maybe 30 minutes, where we can actually refine this go-to-market strategy for a fintech company, which is going to expand a little bit on the top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel stuff that we're going to cover in today's e-commerce lesson. And of course, Wednesday, UI, UX differentiations. Thursday, content marketing. Friday, we're talking about branding. So guys, this is the question. If you can bear with me at least another minute, I'm going to request Ophir to jump in here. I can do some formatting, and then I think we'd be ready to go straight into the lesson. So Ophir, come on up. I'm going to pull me in the middle. I'm going to see if I can get, second guess first. Maybe I can do this. Okay, I got Kinsey there. There's Ophir. Ophir, pop that camera open. I'm going to go with the green screen on this one, just to put me in the middle so we get both these beautiful people on. Ophir got the camera.
It works. It works.
There we go. Beautiful. We're having an e-com session, so we had to bring Ophir out and make sure Ophir made it. So, okay, and guess who shaved? He did it for no shave November. He did it in October, so it doesn't count. All right.
I promised my little one I'm not gonna shave until she has her birthday. She wanted me to grow it up, so it was my special day.
Beautiful stuff. So guys, bear with me 30 seconds. Ophir, how you doing? How's your go? You got this.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Busy times, Monday, a lot of stuff. Like you said about the audit and the community supporting experts, I just wanna add a little note to that. I think this culture is all about giving, where experts are coming, joining the team, helping the projects, helping the community grow, helping members within the community grow their businesses, and so on. I think this is like a multi-purpose process where everybody's helping each other. And I just want to highlight that, like, guys, wherever you can contribute, I promise you, we'll contribute you more by bringing in more talents, bringing in more brands, more services, more income, and more projects. So all this ecosystem will grow collaboratively. Again, it's all comes down to giving. Like, we want people to bring in value to the community and not just take. So it's like hand to hand, we're all in this together. are really looking to grow together, guys.
Oh, I love that. And with that being said, I think it is time now that we are in this metaverse, in this meta place, to cover all of the must-have marketing channels for your e-com store. So,
Allez.
all right, are you excited? All right, like we said, the
Very
must-have
excited, very
marketing
excited.
channels for your e-com store. All right, and I kind of just jumped right into it, went a little bit on the macro side of things, and really in high level, these are really it. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and break each independent one down. From your insights, Ophir, are there any missing that you see here? And I did include traditional and offline because I still think offline is by far the most powerful marketing channel, which is word of mouth. Okay, and traditional is radio, TV, billboards. You know, I don't like the fact that it's very hard to attribute sales to that because it's not digital. It's, you know, it's a print, right? But it's just still an honorable mention because, Ophir, there are perks and benefits to actually getting placements in like trade show magazines and things and publications that have high circulation, correct?
100%. 100%. And what happened over the last years that digital placements are so expensive that you'll find print, billboards. Overall, we're buying CPM. We spoke about last week. Buy impressions when you buy placements. I buy impressions offline, even if it's not trackable, it's something meaningful. Especially when I'm speaking about top of the funnel branding campaigns, I still know, like, you know how many business owners pay that premium being like New York. I don't remember, it just dropped out of my head. What's the name of the place? Times Square. How many brands pay that 20 to 200K be launched on Times Square, and the time is relevant when the time is right? And no, you don't have tracking on that. Is it meaningful? Yes. Is it impactful? For sure. Question of budget. Definitely, this is like the traditional channels are not dead.
Bingo. Love it. And with that being said, you know, when we look at these channels, okay, the reality is that your business is your business is operating, whether it's online or on social. These are probably the two main channels. So let's talk about social first and the must-have marketing channels. And really, you know, this is unique to your brand. When it comes down to e-commerce, it's, you know, there are e-com stores that are doing well on Pinterest. And there are e-commerce stores that are thriving on Facebook that have no Pinterest presence. Does it mean that Pinterest isn't good for them? Does not. But it means that, you know, there are e-commerce stores that are thriving on specific channels. So we touched base on this on Friday, and I was talking about complementary channels. In the case how Facebook and Instagram, they work well together, right? When it comes down to Pinterest and Reddit with the indexing and how well this can work for repurposing content across both channels. But when I show Pinterest and Reddit, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be on Facebook and Instagram. You should be on the platform in which your audience is. Okay, if you are G Fuel, which is Gatorade's, I guess, pre-workout for gamers, Twitch and Discord might be the platform for you. If you are a professional business and you're, you know, having a SaaS product that services professionals, LinkedIn and Slack might be for you. If you are in the crypto and NFT space, that little birdie, that should probably be for you. Regardless of what platform or what e-commerce or product you have, I think Twitter is always a good platform to have, not necessarily to, you know, have try and build a following there, but to at least give your customer service the ability to speak to the audience, because Twitter is a very easy place for people to actually go ahead and reach out to the brand or business. Ooh. Yeah.
100%. I just want to add a couple of statements on this. Finding the fit with the niche and brand voice and brand audience with the platform is the key. But one thing that, like Gary Vee states as well, like just doing many platforms poorly doesn't serve the brand. Mm-hmm. So whatever you do, rather do it good or not do it. Because like, just think about it again, from a customer journey standpoint. If I'm going to a Twitter account and it looks like shit, I'd rather not find a brand on Twitter. Same thing with TikTok, same thing with Instagram. Like, I'd rather have 1-2 profiles that are solid than 10 profiles that are mediocre. This is one thing. B, if you do offer customer service on social, be responsive. responsive. Having that Facebook send me a message and answering after 4 days, this is worse than having no customer service.
Especially if it's on Twitter, where it's visible to everybody, and someone articulates their issues with your business or your service provider, whatever it is, and it takes days to answer. These are a bunch of other people seeing those complaints, but if they saw that complaint and immediately saw a response addressing it by the company saying, hey, sorry you're dealing with this, XYZ is how you resolve it, right? You're building trust. And
100%. And it comes back to managing customer expectations. Customers now are waiting for response now on the fly. Unable to give them responses now, don't open that chat option from the get-go. It doesn't make sense today. I see a lot of brands struggling with that. Like, they want to give chat, but they don't have a lot of resources, so they answer after 2 days. It's not a good experience.
Absolutely. We live in an on-demand world. I want my Uber, call it from my app. I want it now. I want my Prime in 2 hours. No, I want Prime now. So make sure you're very responsive. And also, if you do showcase that you respond to messages in less than 5 minutes, that's a great thing to actually, put out in your marketing messages. So next up, right? Social media. Keep it light and easy. You guys pretty much get it. And next up, we have SEO. Right?
Wait, I have a question on social media.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the question is, when does it make sense to move from one platform to to another platform, or to a new platform? Like, for example, I remember when TikTok came out, a lot of business owners had a hard time moving to TikTok because they felt like it wouldn't it wouldn't help them. But then those who made the initiative to move to TikTok really saw a lot of growth from being the first, being the first on the platform.
Yeah. So it's not that they're it's not like they were on Instagram and then saying, okay, cool, done with Instagram, we're going to go jump on TikTok. They were still running Instagram, right? And exploring new channels is experimenting. You should always be experimenting, right? How do you know that TikTok's not your platform if you haven't tried it and you haven't said, okay, cool, and seeing the response of gauging your competitors and seeing if they're on the platform and such. So I think these are kind of like micro tests, right? And you just test, and then, it works. You double down and go deeper on it. Ophir, do you care to add a little bit to that?
Just say about TikTok, because it requires a lot of video creation efforts, and this shit costs money, and it's still a resources question. Because I did that setup on TikTok when we had a lot of strong social channels, and it takes time to establish yourself in the platform. And with video content, this is expensive. This is a big time effort. You want to be mindful. Again, it comes back to, can I do it solid? If you cannot do it solid, don't open it. 100% you want to explore new avenues to grow the business. And if a competition is not as strong in TikTok or Reddit or whatever platform it is, obviously you want to go for it, but you must make sure that you have the resources to do it right.
Absolutely. And even if your brand is not on TikTok, it doesn't mean that you can't hire TikTok influencers to be pushing out content on that platform regarding your brand and the use cases. So user generated content. So next up, we got SEO. And when we talk SEO, first thing that usually comes to mind is a blog, which we've had enough debate on the topic, right? Should your e-commerce store have a blog? And we'll hear some yeses, we'll hear some pros, we'll hear some cons. But the reality is, having content that's talking about your product or showcasing company update, things like that, or just providing education or entertainment, it's giving yourself resources so that you can, do, let's say, content marketing and driving traffic for it. So, Ophir, before I jump to the next one, I know you definitely have a comment here on e-commerce and blogs, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about it.
Again, it comes down to purpose. And a lot of brands open blogs because everybody opens blogs. So they start blogging shit about stuff that nobody gives a shit about. This is where it goes wrong with blogging, especially in e-com, because it has to be tied to the customer journey. It has to be tied to customer education. If I'm not, let's say I'm doing skincare, I want to have a blog that educates people about skincare, about the experience of the product. Let's say, just as a thought, just going through spas and doing interviews with spa owners and physicians and stuff. And they're going and they're sharing their experience with their customers, their patients with this skincare product and how this is being experienced, how this is being used, benefits, the pros, the cons. this is a good way of blogging rather than just doing a blog that just content that is generic about skin. I mean, it has to be tied to the product. It has to be educational and valuable to the customers rather than just be there.
Spot on. Next up, public relations, which, PR and SEO go hand in hand. Those in the SEO space, this is the backlinks. These are the publications that are talking about you. But just getting backlinks from a bunch of websites versus getting exposure on websites that actually have traffics of your audience, this is extremely valuable. And grabbing some of your blog posts and running native advertising so that you can get placements on these high credibility websites is also a very, potential route for your business or your e-commerce store specifically to take. And there have been plenty of brands that have success on this, and PR is not dead. PR, unfortunately, the space, it's hard to validate, but PR is, especially with these agencies, it's a lot of connections and a lot of the people and that's where it's kind of hard to gauge. I'm very curious because I know if you've been hand in hand working with vendors in the PR space. What are your thoughts about PR? What's your thoughts about the PR industry and how it works with SEO?
So PR helps SEO. PR helps customer engagement, customer trust, time. It's very impactful for small brands just to get that ball rolling. That first placement in USA Today when you're selling like wellness stuff, or that first placement on blog when you're selling beauty is meaningful. But on the other hand, you need to understand how expensive it is. And if you don't have your resources and PR contacts, it's going to be a retainer of 6K or north a month, where you will see results in 3 to 4 months, not before, because it takes time to reach out, to get the content live, stuff like that. And I mean, it's not necessarily a good fit for a small brand with limited resources.
Amen. Spot on. I mean, we spent $5,000 on just a post, and it was a 3-post minimum, so it's $15,000. Just to put that into perspective of how pricey that PR can get. Of course, the content marketing approach. This is probably, I think, one of the strongest assets you can do in SEO, especially if your content marketing is framed in a way where it's educating, not from your brand's perspective, right? Some of the efforts of what Sajad, who's our community manager, what he's doing on Reddit, and how, even other people, how they go on Medium and kind of cover as a third-party perspective, as a third party saying, hey, this is a great product, these are my reviews. And content marketing allows you to promote on all these channels and probably get traffic that would never be familiar with your brand. So content marketing is pretty vast, and the different things that you can do with this. Anyone want to jump in?
Wait, so I wanted to make a comment on PR before we move on to content marketing. Real quick.
You want? Yeah,
no way, man.
Okay. Yeah, so about like with small businesses, if you're a small business and you like resources to, you like the resources to maybe get a mention on a blog, on a blog or like on a page or something like that. One thing that you can also do is that you can collaborate with other small businesses, and when you collaborate with other small businesses, your brand is shared with their audience. So you don't have to find a business that complements your business and find or a product that complements your product. And reach out to the owner, and you can collaborate on an event or like a collaboration. Like recently, I did a collaboration with a skincare brand and a drink. This guy, he makes drinks. So a drink. He's like a private drink mixologist. I don't know what it's. Yeah, the guys that makes drinks, and we collaborated, and we have so all 3 businesses, we share each other on all of our websites, on all of our social channels, on all of their social channels, and that's a huge audience that we reach from just that collaboration. We didn't need to pay anybody, but then we brought our little resources, came together, and that created like a whole PR experience for all of us. So that's another approach that you can also use if you don't have the resources to pay big money to big websites.
Absolutely. I think collaborating with your network is a spot on way to share your audience with someone else while leveraging them sharing their audience with you, right? And Exterminators over in YouTube ask, is outreach and PR the same thing in SEO? Well, you're outreaching to these publications and hoping that you can get a guest post in order that they can cover your content or your products and services. So yes, this is kind of a, you're collaborating with them. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the same thing because outreach is just a small portion of what PR is. Okay. Ophir, would you like to add before we jump on to the next one?
Yeah, I'm actually all in content marketing, and I think that content marketing is by far the king of all marketing channels here. Mm-hmm. And this like governs SEO, PR, social, everything. Like, what is user-generated content if not the takeover of social through content on all our marketing channels? What advertising contents you're using right now? Using customers or influencers using your products. What is your best way to get trust? Getting reviews out there. What is your best way of showcasing the products in the website? Lifestyle imagery of customers or influencers. So it comes back to everything today's UGC. I think that UGC is the core, is everything. If you have 40K and you're questioning, okay, PR, I'm going to put it on PR. Maybe I'm going to bring a designer, or maybe I'm going to bring a writer. No, put it on UGC. This is your best investment, especially in the beginning. Build that trust, build that pool of contents, and move from there.
Bingo. That's polished. There we go. And then, of course, website, optimizing your website, product tags, meta titles, meta description, submitting it to Google Sitemap, all that fun stuff that a lot of websites overlook. And this is just something, this does fall under marketing channels, right? Optimizing what you currently have and just making sure everything is getting indexed properly and just everything is submitted. And, it's friendly to these search engines so that you can potentially rank for your products, especially if they're unique products with very low competition. So anything else you want to add to this? Okay.
And it's the same as having a store in the mall where the automatic door is not getting open, mm-hmm. right? Or the windows are masked and I can't see what products are inside. This is like a must-have. You must address it. It's your store, right? So you have to address it. This is like the same as not going to take your car on and fill in the oil and shit. You need it running in order to sell. What am I pushing traffic to if the website doesn't work and it's not optimized?
Yeah, your website is your storefront, so you got to make sure it's good. And it has good UX experience too. Very important.
Bingo. Beautiful stuff. So we've talked about social media and we talked about SEO, right? You have your audience, right? SEO, they've been to your website, they found you through the search engines, or they found you on social media, they may follow your page, maybe an influencer campaign, whatever the case is. Now, how do you keep bringing them back? Well, of course, it's all with remarketing. And with remarketing, there's pretty much re-engaging an existing audience, okay? And I didn't mention remarketing campaigns because I felt like that fell under the advertising side of things, even though it could fall under this because of the pixel. They've been to your website and now you're advertising them to go back. So if you're in e-commerce, strong recommendation, one of the main channels that you should do is, I'm gonna go ahead and use Klaviyo because I think Klaviyo is, has really done a great job cornering that e-commerce email marketing market. So definitely by far, I think that one of the strongest channels in e-commerce. If you are not doing email marketing, it's not dead, especially when you have a great product and a great audience that loves your product and you're constantly, engage with them and they're very engaged and they're returning customers. Email marketing can potentially be your strongest channel. So thoughts, are we gonna add on?
No, I will jump in. I was just being a little polite.
So polite.
You as a brand, you're not gonna survive without remarketing. It's just a must-have, because otherwise you're just stuck on your value and conversion, and with current competition, product goods, returns, customer service, and all that, not enough left. So you need to make more money out of your customers, and that brings you to remarketing. Email marketing obviously is number one channel for marketing, even though it's kind of compete with like advertising on social, especially remarketing on social. But it's just, it lives together, right? So email is one channel, is more personal, it's more connected to a customer journey, means I will reach out to them based on certain activities they did. similar things are being done on advertising platforms. I just think that, like, you know the numbers. You all know the numbers. If I'm going to serve ads on top of the funnel campaigns, I'm not going to get more than $2 return on $1 investment. It's very unusual on top of the funnel. On the bottom of the funnel remarketing, I'm going to get 1 to 7 on average. And the numbers just are crystal clear to you as a brand. Where should I put the money? Then obviously remarketing is the best place for me to put the money. Email is one of them. Advertising is another one. By the way, social media is remarketing.
Yes, it is.
A lot of aspects in social media are remarketing. Customer service does remarketing. There's many aspects of your day-to-day company that does remarketing. So just being mindful of that and pushing as much as you can, because once I touch base with them on top and middle of the funnel, I want to win them and I want to keep them.
Love it. I mean, you hit it right there. Social media is definitely remarketing. They've opted in to follow your page. They've been on your website, social media advertising. You know, ManyChat is a great tool that I believe for the messenger widgets that are on the websites. SMS notifications like, hey, your product's out for delivery. Hey, flash sale, right? And an honorable mention I would also say is push notifications, like web push notifications. It's not mentioned here, but definitely a great channel that can utilize for your e-commerce store.
Notifications, GDN, social ads, whether it's Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, just in-app remarketing, everywhere I can engage with my customer after I know he showed me some love or he showed me some interest. I want to use that and optimize wherever I can.
Yeah, and also a heads up, ManyChat now supports Facebook and Instagram DM messaging, so take advantage of that and set up some sequences to provide your customers a better customer experience. That's true.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
For sure. So now that we got a nice flow, you see the offline, the advertising, this is meant to really scale up that operation. So we'll quickly jump into the advertising channel, and Ophir hit it. He said GDN. I put ad roll, but Google Display Network is good to be there. Actually, since we're right there, we've been talking about Ophir. You want to take these two?
Yeah, sure. So Google advertising is normally not top of the funnel because of its nature. You go to Google when you're already looking for something. Not where now you can find something you weren't looking for in Google, but more than likely you will search for something you're already interested in. So the ads are being triggered based off of that. Speaking about competitive advertising, search ads, shopping ads, generic campaigns, long tail keywords, everything you can to get that exposure and get in front of your customers' eyes. This is very focused because I know what my customer is looking for. So avoiding Google, unless it's not cost effective, doesn't make sense as an e-com brand.
Mm-hmm.
CDN is the display network of Google, which is a network of collaborating websites that showcase your ads, and it's normally used for remarketing. It shows your ads where your customers, let's say, bounce off your website. It's based on targeting definitions you set up on Google AdWords. And if I want to target people who went out of my website in the last 7 days, then I'm going to push more money there, and I want to show them the products that they watched. So this is like basic remarketing, very close to email marketing or SMS, just being done on websites you're browsing right now. Google GDN, again, average return on ad investment is higher than $1 and $7. So I want to push there.
Beautiful stuff. Absolutely. And social advertising, you guys know what we're talking about, basically remarketing, and
sure.
Yeah, we're gonna go deeper into this. I do want to keep going through this because kind of put a nice bow and wrap it all up and do it nice and polished for all you guys. So let's talk about the other two advertising channels, native advertising and display advertising. And Google Display Network would be kind of fall under this display advertising, right?
Yep. Even though because of the connection of Google, in a lot of time it's a little bit disconnected because you can target specific audiences and you can it just a little more in depth. But yeah, it's display advertising for sure. By the way, social advertising is display advertising as well, when you think about it.
It really is.
You're navigating somewhere and boom, I'll show it in your face. Native advertising, unlike display, like display advertising basically says, wherever you are, I'm going to find you and I'm going to show you what I want to show you based on whatever criteria you fall into. And native advertising is, I want to target you wherever is specific and makes sense with content that fits together in that placement. Joe just highlighted here on BuzzFeed. I want to showcase you content that serves my customer journey. Let's say top 10 skincare products that will elevate your skin before the summer. Right in between a lot of skin health articles. And this specific article will showcase your product first, right? So this is a good funnel to do that and run there. And it's just very native for the consumer. The consumer doesn't think he's attracted with advertising. It feels like normal browsing for him. Just going to the next article, oh, it looks interesting, rather than, oh, this ad is relevant for me. So the customer journey is way more natural, and because of the intent of the actual native advertising, this is the biggest benefit of it. Display ad we've already said, so a lot to add there.
Beautiful. So you guys see it. These are the channels, right? Kind of looks a little bit like, that's right, a funnel. Okay. So let's take away the text and let's talk real quick about what a funnel is. Of course, top of funnel is the awareness. This is the first time they're coming across your brand and really just figuring out, learning it. Now, as the funnel, right, it drops. If you have 100 people that are aware of your brand, maybe only 90 are interested in it. And as they're interested, they're gonna start going deeper down the funnel, start considering this, okay, considering the stuff. Now they're middle of funnel. Now they probably left your site, but what do? You bring them back, and now maybe with an offer, a discount, and then now you kind of have that intent where they're thinking about making a purchase. They're thinking about becoming a real customer, prospect to a customer, where now they got to evaluate, which bottom of funnel, the evaluation is so key, because at times when you're evaluating, you're checking competitors. And this is where search, Google search can come in really handy when people are comparing you with your competitor. At that point, they're already at the bottom funnel. They're trying to evaluate a decision. And this is where you can potentially kind of take potential customers from your competitors. And ultimately, after evaluation, this is where they purchase. And just an honorable mention, which is post-purchase. One of the things that you can do, which is involved in the post-purchase follow-up, is making your customers into advocates, okay? Getting them to advocate your brand. So we got all the marketing channels. This is probably, we saved the best for last in this session. We had all the marketing channels we talked about, okay? We've now broken down the funnel. And now what we're gonna do is talk about how each channel plays its part on each part of the funnel. This is the first time Ophir is seeing my breakdown of this. I really hope you agree with everything that I've showed. Probably not, but we're about to find out.
Let me see this.
Yeah.
Let me see this.
All right, so top of funnel, okay? Ophir, let me know what you think. I'm gonna just run through it. Top of funnel, SEO, fantastic, especially if you're ranking for keywords of the searches that people are doing. That's why you have non-brand search PPC. Okay, this is top of funnel. They don't know your brand exists. So they're not typing your brand name. Instead, if you're offering a product, they're probably typing your product name, okay? PR, they're just kind of going around their favorite websites looking, and then they come across your actual article, or maybe your native advertising showcasing a piece of content. Influencer campaigns. We aren't using influencers to make our current prospects convert. We're using influencers to expose to a new audience, right? Same with the non-branded search PPC. There's a non-branded Amazon. It was just an honorable mention just because Amazon is a e-commerce behemoth and is definitely have to focus and focus on. Now, paid social, right? We're not talking about remarketing. We're talking about top of funnel, brand new audience. And these type of campaigns are generally explainers or brand videos explaining what your brand is. Lots of education there. So, Ophir, do you agree with everything that's being shown on your screen right now?
I'll tell you what. When I did this practice with Owen a year ago, I did this with Owen, and Owen came to me and started drawing balloons, and where is this balloon was on the funnel and stuff like that. I drew up something very similar to what you just said, and Owen convinced me the different. What he basically said, he said, listen, it's a question of how you define top of the funnel. And to him, top of the funnel means that this guy or this customer don't know the brand and is not even shopping in the market. So if I'm not shopping in the market and I'm not familiar with the brand, I'm not gonna see your non-brand ads on Amazon, and I'm not gonna see your non-brand search campaigns on PPC, just because I'm not searching for these products. If I'm not shopping for shoes, I'm not gonna see ads for shoes on Google. So this was his point. But again, it's like, it's a question of how you define the top of the funnel rather than what marketing channel it's actually doing. Because again, this is your first touch point with the customer. These channels engage in the first touch point with the customer, just takes one further step where they're already in the market rather than people who are not even connected to the market.
I 100% agree with you. Let me just reformat Ophir for a second. We lost Kingsley.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I definitely agree with what you've said there, because you're right. This is the awareness phase. They aren't thinking about purchasing your product. They don't know that your product exists. So you want to get ahead of it and actually build that awareness. So I do agree with you on that. But, you know, for sake of this, we're going to leave this top of funnel here. So.
No, we're good. We're good. I mean, again, it's very small details. I've seen this being argued so many times. I think that what is important is understand what content goes where and what kind of communication you want to have and where. Once you understand that, all the rest will fall in place.
Absolutely. We lost the king, but he will be back. All right, next up, we got our middle of funnel. They're aware. They know who you are, okay? They might even be considering it. So what type of advertising, what type of marketing channels are we pushing towards these people? Well, going back to the most important one that we said, Ophir knows what we're talking about, content marketing, right? Content marketing, make sure to put that on top, as well as social media. This is more on the organic side, right? We will explore the paid social, the retargeting of this. And then now we're actually doing branded searches. We're bidding for the middle of funnel campaigns. These people are familiar with the brand, so they might be typing your brand name. If someone else, like a competitor, is bidding on your brand name, they're actively trying to conquest your customers and prospects. So, which is why it's important in the middle funnel to do that. And this is the first time we're really talking about affiliates here. And affiliates are so powerful. And I've saved this. We're not going to jump into it right now. We're going to go through the middle funnel, bottom funnel, and then I saved them for an honorable mention. Well, because I know Ophir is so heavy in the affiliate space, and I've had my experience with him on that. So we'll definitely save some time here. But Ophir, if you don't mind talking a little bit about the middle of funnel stuff that you see on your screen, and if you want to go into the affiliate stuff, you know, you're more than welcome to. But I say we save it and close out this wonderful session with that.
So 100% with you on content, social media, affiliate marketing, paid social, brand search, and brand search. Amazon, all of them legit. I would add here competitors campaigns, because if someone is searching for a competitor, is in the market, doing his evaluation, and I want to be there. As for affiliates on that point, just think about reviews websites, ranking websites, and coupons websites as well. The more exposure I get there, the more cut of the market I will get. If I'm being ranked top 3 in all the ranking websites on the best shoes for basketball, I will sell more basketball shoes. It's just a fact. Mm-hmm. So it just, as a brand, having these affiliate placements will improve your conversion. Not a question. One more thing I want to highlight here is what type of content you want to have here. Because, and going back to the top of the funnel again, and as well, top of the funnel, you want to educate and you want to inspire, right? Here, you want to show value. Here, you want to explain why me. Here, you want to build trust. Here, you want to show other customers' experiences. And this is to understand because I've seen it so many times. There are brands pushing promotions on top of the funnel. Good luck. Good luck selling to someone an offer the first time he meets the brand. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, I'm getting 20%. I'm excited. I got to do it now. No. It doesn't work like that. Absolutely. To understand that this promotion has to come after this person was already warmed up, and was shown the value and was educated and inspired and showed other customers what they felt like, this is the time for me to present the promotion.
I love that. Absolutely. I'm not even going to add to that because that was spot on. But let's talk about the conversions. And where do the conversions take place? Right over here at that bottom of funnel. And up here, I'm just gonna, I didn't put many options in the bottom of funnel, so we're just gonna see what you have to say about that.
So going back to what we just said, like think that I had conversions on top of the funnel. I had conversions on middle of the funnel. It's not that I didn't have. Definitely have. But here I wanna capture all of those I didn't capture in the first two steps, right? So this is where I add urgency. This is where I push it even further. I just push it in their eyes, when you're gonna see these shoes 20 fucking times, you're gonna be more inclined to buy them. B, I wanna push promotions. C, I wanna show them as much urgency in their actions, meaning limited stocks, limited time offer, free shipping for the first 100, whatever. But I want to put them in a spot where they're, because to me, think about this customer. You're moving around my brand for so long, and you've seen me on Google, and you've seen my website, and you read my emails, and why aren't you buying? Why aren't you buying? It's that simple, right? So I want to move the needle here. I want to make this person from hesitant to intrigued, or to being disturbed from sitting passive. This is why bottom of the funnel is exactly the place from promotions. This is why the year end with bottom of the funnel sales. And it just pushing as much as you can, giving as much promotions as you can, and just bringing that value to the customer to make them convert rather than losing them because I already invested the money on TOF and MOF.
Bingo. Love it. And that's why email marketing, by far one of the most powerful marketing channels for bottom of funnel. Social ads, show some aggressive promotions, really try and close them out on your offer. And then CRO, which I wouldn't necessarily say it's a marketing channel, but this is what you should be doing to really making sure that all parts of the funnel, top, middle, and bottom, the people that actually go across your e-commerce store, that they have a higher probability, whether it's improving your conversion assets, or whether it's improving your product images and titles and product descriptions and things like that. So CRO had to be mentioned. Now, of course, we have an honorable mention, which I saved this one for last because, first off, if you guys like that funnel with the top, middle, bottom, I gotta say, put some time into that. That's really good and really solid. It kind of shows you where each marketing channel lays in the funnel. But I saved this for last because I know for a fact we're gonna really get into this, and we kind of did. We tapped into this, and it's affiliate marketing. And with affiliate marketing, you have to understand there's really 3 types of affiliates, okay? And these type of affiliates, which I'm gonna go from my favorite for sure, it is right here, and it's the content affiliates. These are the affiliates that are putting out content. They probably have traffic, whether it's a similar, similar audience. Let's say you have a fitness product, or let's say you're a shoe, you're selling basketball shoes. Maybe you're a sneaker review company, and you're just kind of putting out content of all the top, sneakers coming out. Right? Influencers, social media influencers, they will fall under the category of content affiliates because they're putting out content for your product and encouraging their audience to go ahead and go purchase your product.
What is UGC if not content affiliates?
Say that again?
What is UGC if not content affiliates?
Absolutely.
Think about it. It's someone affiliated with a brand creating content for me. To look at user-generated content. They just...
Spot on. Next up, you heard Ophir mention it, it's these review websites, whether it's like top 5 basketball shoes available, or the comparison, not really, it's not comparison ones, but these review websites, you see it across the space in every industry, they're getting kickbacks on the traffic they're sending you. And these review websites are covering you, and they're probably outranking you, especially when you're doing side-by-side comparisons of you and a competitor, which they're probably getting affiliate commission off each of those products, but still these review affiliates they basically get your customer at the evaluations phase of the funnel, which if they're evaluating and then they go and see what, check out the reviews, you have people that are on your team, right? These contractors, these affiliate marketers are on your team trying to drive traffic to you, and they're ultimately affecting and influencing this bottom of funnel traffic for your e-commerce brand. And last but definitely not least,
to say it very, very, very straightforward. Think about any product you want. Do top 5 product name, search on Google, and you're going to see ads. 90% of the ads are affiliates. This is a middle of the funnels that created by affiliates. A lot of money is invested there because these affiliates are pushing advertising money. Meaning they're running all the time. They need to be profitable. These are affiliates you work with, like hand in hand. But conversion doesn't work one day, they lose money. Mm-hmm. So it's like, but the amount of traffic, and just think about the customer journey again. If I'm looking for the top 5 shoes, I'm not going to read it on Nike. I'm not going to read it on a shoes brand because it's biased, right? I want to go to that third party objective side that's going to give me accurate advice. Is that the brand for me? Is this the product? I want to buy a good solid product, right? So these rankings, 99% is affiliate dominated, and you'll be amazed with how much volume of the traffic they actually drive. From what I've seen, it's between 20 to 50% of each and every niche being driven from these reviews and ranking websites that are affiliate centered.
Bingo. And while you're at it, let's close this out. Talk a little bit about the loyalty affiliates.
So loyalty affiliates and coupon affiliates, I put them under the same umbrella, is affiliates basically that have their own audience, and they pushing offers, they pushing promotionals, they pushing exclusive offers and stuff like that. It's just a way to get with affiliates that already have engagement with audience within your niche, convert, whether it's coupons websites, whether it's cashback websites, whether it's mailing lists of, content websites within shoes that have specific offers, and boom, it's just a good fit. But just it's very triggered towards conversion, very focused on specific offers to these audiences. This should drive sales and push conversion throughout. I will just say one thing about this that we need to be mindful. When you get an affiliate program running, you need to be mindful where each affiliate is on the funnel, and set their commission, because again, affiliates' commission are being measured based on performance. So obviously the content and the reviews affiliates get high commission because they spend. These guys create content. These guys create funnels. These guys spend money on advertising. Loyalty affiliate, less. I'm going to compensate the loyalty affiliate less.
Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Beautiful. Ophir, thank you so much for that.
Yes, brother.
I killed it as always. Gotta say, guys, we are running really tight on time. So Ophir, I know you got a jam-packed day today. Is there any closing thoughts, questions, things you want to add before closing out? I know we have a couple sessions as well.
As always, man, let's hear questions. I spoke enough.
Absolutely. We're going to actually take questions in our Discord. So if you liked the marketing channels overview, thank you, Eric. Thank you, Nitin. Of course, let us know right now in the chat. Another round of applause for the one and only Ophir Gadol. Thanks so much, guys. If you want to join the fun, you know where we're going to be. We're going to be in the Discord. We're going to be collaborating. And we're going to, if you guys got questions or thoughts that you want to jump into e-com, that's the time to do it. So with that being said, guys, how we feeling on this wonderful Monday? Let's get the vibes immaculate going. Let's get it flying. Got to thank Kingsley for sure for jumping onto this mastermind session. And of course, Ophir Gadol, the one and only. So that being said, guys, we got a fun week ahead of us. Tomorrow, we're going to be covering strategy. We got the startup booster session with Ophir. On Wednesday, we got UI, UX. Thursday, we got content marketing. Friday, we're closing it out with branding. So make sure to come by all our sessions, and we will be in Discord. So if you don't have the link, you know where to find us. That being said, it's been your absolute pleasure being your host this mastermind session and lesson. Hope to see you on Discord, and let's have a fantastic week, everybody. Cheers. Take care. We'll see you in Discord.
Gentlemen.